Investor shows up at his doorstep, about to lose a deal because they can't finish securing the finance because they don't understand what the bank is requesting of them. We have a deal like that right now, an SBA deal that, well, it's the same situation, right? So we're having to communicate with the bank, get involved to make sure that all the documents, all their ducks are in a row in terms of the documents that they need, so that the bank can approve them and then get going and seal the deal.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to Investor Fuel Podcast. I'm your host, Leonardo Prada, and today I'm joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with. His name is Yves Maia. Is that correct, Yves?
Yves Maia, correct.
All right, perfect. Who's been making serious moves in the real estate industry. Okay, Yves, glad to have you here, man. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching the real estate business.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here today and discuss some of the strategies we put together and what it is that we do for real estate investors.
Perfect, perfect. So let's dive in. So first off, people who may not be familiar with your world, can you please give us a short version on what's your main focus these days?
The main focus that we have here today is really helping investors on a day-to-day and guiding all compliance matters and structuring needs for whenever they're about to get into any investment. So say an individual is looking at a potential deal, whether it's a commercial, real property or residential, whether it's for short-term leasing or long-term leasing. We take a look at what the deal is. We help them structure the entity that's going to represent them in that deal for holding the real estate as well as for risk mitigation and of course compliance with local laws and regulations as well, depending on what it is that they're doing, of course.
Right? That's good. That's good. And what markets are you operating in right now?
Our primary focus is in the state of Florida, actually. We work within the entire state of Florida. We do have some deals that we've dealt with outside of the state of Florida, but really Florida is our main focus currently.
All right. Love it. Love it. I like Florida. I used to live in Florida for a period of over 9 years. Love it.
Nice.
No, their culture, everything is good. So love it. Now, what caught my attention about you was the way that you actually um, comply, all right, with your consultant business. And can you tell us about, being the guy for the investor?
Sure. Well, when the investor shows up at my doorstep, they have a deal in mind, right? They say, hey, I wanna work. I found this building, and this is the opportunity that I have. Ultimately, I don't engage on the part of understanding whether the deal is the right one for them or what their profitability might be in that. They already show up with that in mind, correct? But the point here is it's when do I step in?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I step in at the moment they've decided I'm going for it, and I need to make sure that I structure myself accordingly. So we sit down, we have a discussion about how they're going to structure everything, where they should register their entity, what state they should register the main entity, if there's an accessory entity within the state, that the property is in. Most cases, like I said, being here in Florida, what kind of structure they should use, what legal structure they should consider, what tax structure they need to consider based on their situation so that they minimize their tax liability and also maximize their protection, of course. We discuss any licenses that are needed. Typically, that's going to go into a situation where they're doing short-term rentals, or perhaps if they're dealing with a commercial sector, if they have a commercial building, they need to lease it out. Well, there might be a few items that they need to consider here, especially in the state of Florida or other states. And then protection, right? We deal with insurance as well. So the question might be, what type of insurance is it that you need for that property? Do you need a dwelling form? Do you need a homeowner's form? Do you need a complete separate property insurance because of the operation that you have within that building? It might be owner occupied if it's a SBA loan. So depending on the situation, we put together an entire plan on how they're going to operate in the future, and then we execute.
Right. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, that's not easy. Not these days. And in Florida, trust me,
No, no,
not
it's
even.
tough. I'll tell you this, Leo. It's tough to find somebody, honestly, and I don't say this to toot my horn, it's the truth. It's very difficult to find individuals that are able to connect the pieces in all these areas because there are multiple areas, right? Here we call them the four pillars of doing business. You have your legal area, your financial, your licensing, and your insurance. That's the basic foundation of a business, any business, not only real estate investing. And it's very difficult to find an individual that you can rely on to connect the dots with all of these areas. So it's a very unique approach to doing business in general. As I say, in general, because that is the foundation of doing business.
Okay. And that's where you actually come in, right? You're the guy that actually connects all the dots. Am I right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Perfect. Perfect. And tell me something, Yves. What's been the key to keeping that machine running smoothly like you do?
Well, first and foremost, of course, it's been years of work and experience in the industry, right? We've been in the industry we're going on 10 years now, so it's been a decade of doing what we do. But most importantly, it's actually a tool that we've put together, which is a structuring tool, a wizard for doing exactly this, which helps us out. We've compiled a lot of data over the years, put it together into a tool that anybody can use really and figure out what is the best way to structure their entity and be able to protect themselves, right? Be in compliance with federal, local, and state governments.
Exactly. Now, I know that every operator I know has a moment where things got real, maybe a deal that went sideways, or a time that they had to pivot fast. Uh, do you mind sharing one of those moments?
Sure. Let's see. We've had situations where perhaps lending was going to go sideways, which is sometimes essential to a deal, right? And what's funny is with lending, it's just a bunch of check the boxes, right? It's a matter of making sure that everything fits. And there's a lot of times that people qualify but don't know how to actually do the process, right? And there's a lot of legal jargon that goes into it, a lot of questioning about all sorts of different things. We've had investors show up at our doorstep that had basically found a good deal. They're the perfect person for that investor. They're strong. They can qualify, but they don't have all their paperwork set up the right way.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
They don't have the entity set up the right way. They're missing it can be as little as an operating agreement, which is something very basic in doing business, which a lot of business owners have no clue that they might need for their LLC. Or perhaps it's, having some other sort of legal document that they needed. It might be past tax documents, communications with the IRS to ensure transcripts, et cetera. So it could be something very simple as that. And we've had numerous instances where that occurred. Investor shows up at his doorstep, about to lose a deal because they can't finish securing the finance because they don't understand what the bank is requesting of them. We have a deal like that right now, an SBA deal that, well, it's the same situation, right? So we're having to communicate with the bank, get involved to make sure that all the documents, all their ducks are in a row in terms of the documents that they need, so that the bank can approve them and then get going and seal the deal.
All right. Now, actually, that's the kind of stuff that people don't talk about enough, you know. Sometimes when you get into this kind of stuff, I remember an experience that I had when I was living over there. A friend of mine, she was buying a house and she was not using any realtor, you know. So she came across those same issues that you were mentioning, you know, like some tax reports, stuff like that, you know. So and honestly, it's something that most of the people don't know how to deal with. And
Yes.
that's when they search for persons like you know, to connect all the dots, help them close the deal very smoothly. Um, okay, that's actually very, very good, Yves. Thank you very much. Now, let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next in your business?
The number one goal for us really right now is to assist as many people as possibly in the terms of consulting and guiding them and ensuring them that they're compliant with local, federal, and state rules. So with that said, we utilize our system, which is called Steps, specifically for that, to make sure that we are guiding everybody exactly on what they need to have prepared in their system in order to operate accordingly and be in compliance with local laws, but also to protect themselves, right? Which is very important to not miss any deadlines, whether it's renewing their business, whether it's renewing a license, whatever the case may be. So that's what we're scaling right now is on that end, is the consulting side via our system that we have at the moment, which allows us to do this so wonderfully.
All right, man. Hey, that speaks, especially when you already got, you know, your consulting business in place, you know. Now the next move can either compound things or create chaos depending on how you play it. You know,
Yes.
that's how I see it. Now, I believe that a lot of people are listening, you know, whether if they are earlier in their journey or just looking to level up, and I think they'll benefit from hearing this. You know, definitely this is something that when it comes to building relationships and growing your network, uh, that's, you know, what makes the difference today. Okay, and with that being said, what do you think it it made the biggest difference for you?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Mm, Man, being readily available. That's probably the most important thing out there. And also being able to take your time with people. I think in the business world, sometimes we're too transactional. We forget to get into the personal side of things and understand who it is that we're dealing with. And that is really, in my opinion, what creates the best connections with other professionals as well as clients, right? Partners, whatever the case may be. And that has been the number one thing is a partner calls, they need you. The same way I need a partner sometimes. I call my partners, they're readily available. They're willing to answer the call, send me a text message, whatever the case may be, take a little bit of their time when they didn't expect to, in order to help me answer a question, whatever it may be. Because in the end of the day, when you work with partners, which everybody needs other professionals to work with, nobody can do everything alone. Everybody needs help is the
Exactly.
reality, right? So when you work in conjunction with other professionals, yeah, for your partners, you're going to go a little bit out of your way. You're not going to be stingy with your time and greedy with your time. You got to be willing, right? To be available, to be transparent, to be that partner. Um, that way everybody grows, right? There's business for everybody in the market. So ultimately, being available has been the number one tool I think in my arsenal, with anybody, right? With any again, a partner or a client for that matter. That's probably what I would say is the most important thing out there.
All right. No, and I totally agree with you because that's something that you definitely can fake. Your availability. Being available, it's
Yeah,
something that you cannot fake. You
yeah,
can fake a
yeah.
conversation, you can fake a word, but being available for everyone, that's something. Relationships are everything in this kind of
Yes,
phase right now. All right, that's good.
100%.
Eves, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach you out?
I'd say the best way for them to reach out is via email. That way, we're able to set everything accordingly for the future, which is at Eves at thesteps.io. That's YVES at thesteps.io.
Perfect, man. Well, listen, I appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. All right. We need more people in this space who are doing it the right way. So thank you very much for being here with me. All right. And for those of you tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed. Okay. We got more conversations coming with operators just like Gives, who are out there building real businesses. Okay. So we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.